you doing? I'm Chris at USP Motorsports. Here we have a 2008 997 Porsche Turbo. We're going to be introducing our LED light kit. We're going to go ahead and walk you through an install, the tools you need. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes. Go through all the procedures to do it. I'm going to start with two simple tools that we're going to use. It's going to be a plastic pick, so that way you don't scratch anything up as you are picking the lights out. Also just a little pocket screwdriver. This is going to come in handy on the footwells and also the glove box lighting. So we're going to go ahead and start with the trunk. So once we have it out, just go ahead and plug it. Just be careful because they are pretty hot because they're a regular halogen bulb. We don't have to worry about that with the LEDs. Go ahead and grab our 42 millimeter Festin bulb that we're going to be replacing here. Take your screwdriver, go and pop that out. Go ahead and put this one back in place. Alright, so here we have the LED installed. Now keep in mind when you plug it in, most LEDs are polarity sensitive, so they like to have their negatives and positives right. If it doesn't work the first time, you can either A, swap the plug around, or just go ahead and swap this out. You'll do that with most of the install. If you plug a line and it doesn't work, take it, turn it around, and then it will go ahead and work. So it's pretty straightforward. Just go ahead and plug this in. Once it turns back on, you know you got the right polarity. Go ahead, pop it back in. Done with the trunk. I'll go ahead and show you guys an example of how we're going to do the footwells. So they're located here on the passenger side. Just take your plastic pick, go ahead, pick those out. Once you get them out, you can use your little pocket screwdriver, press in the side to get the harness out. Now, as you can see, these aren't like a conventional light. They have a metal cage around them. There's a 194 located in here. How you're going to go ahead and get these out is just put your pocket screwdriver. You're going to go ahead and slip it in here, kind of pry up. You're going to do this on both sides. Pop that up. That just slides right off after that. Now keep in mind, once you to put this back on, all you do is just take the little tabs, bend them back in, take this whole housing and kind of squeeze it so that way once it snaps back, you know, it'll snap back on real tight. In here you have a 194 bulb. We're going to go ahead and take your pocket screwdriver. I'm going to pop that out. Once you got that out, we have these CAN bus 194s that are only one-way facing. So that way it only shines down. Some companies just put a regular 194 in there. The problem with that is it kind of shines up, down, all over the place. This makes sure it kind of just gets your light facing down only. So once that's done, you go ahead and just take this, slide it back on, and you'll hear it. As soon as you get it on, you'll hear it click back on. Just like that, and then you would never even know that you did anything to this light. This procedure is going to go for the same for the driver's side footwell, passenger side footwell, and also the glove box. So I'm not going to repeat this procedure, but I will show you where the other ones are located. But pretty much as simple as that. Plug it in, you're good to go. Alright, for this one we're going to use the pocket screwdriver. This one's a little tougher to get out, the plastic one. So it's on this side. This is for both doors. You just pretty much push it in. Show you again here. Just put this in, push it in, pops right out. Once that pops out, it's pretty self-explanatory. Pull it out, put one of our CAN bus 194s in. When you pull this one out, you're going to want to use a rag because this bulb is going to get really, really hot and it will burn your hands. So go ahead and pull it out. Put the 194, and you can do it while the car is running just to make sure you have it right. You see that's go ahead and working. Slide this back in. The dome light's easiest to use the plastic tool. Come around the mirror, just pick it in there. And that'll eventually the whole assembly will come down. You go ahead and use your screwdriver now. Make sure when you do this, the lights aren't on like that, because once you pull this off, those things are going to be so hot that you're going to hurt your hands pulling them out. So you can just go ahead and use the little pick screwdriver to get the harness out. So once you go ahead and get this out, and you got your assembly, go ahead and take it to your bench or wherever you want to do to work on it. All right, now there's 3 bulbs in here. You have 2 194s and a 42mm Feston. You'll see there's 2 tabs on this side, 3 tabs on this side. You want to take it off with the 3 tabs. You can start from the side or the center. Be careful, you use your screwdriver here. Careful, because these will break if you pry them too hard. So what I do is kind of press in, pry one, at the same time kind of pulling the lens off. So I got the center one. I go back to this one, just barely pry, because you don't want to break those tabs. Same thing with this one here. Once you get one side off, it'll just fall off and come unhooked over there. Over here, you can see it's showing your 3 bulbs here. This one here, your 42, you can go ahead and just squeeze that, pop out. Now when you squeeze, sometimes you want to take these tabs and just go ahead and squeeze them back in a little bit so it holds the new bulb nice and tight. So you're going to go ahead and put that bulb in there and just position it in between it. Make sure it's nice and tight, and the bulb is facing down, obviously. With these 194s that are located here, you're just going to turn these from the back. That's pretty straightforward. Now keep in mind, since you're doing 3 bulbs at the same time, there is a chance that you could put this back together, and since they are polarity sensitive, it might not turn on. So you'll have to, before you reinstall it, what you want to do is just plug it in first to make sure all the lights working. If they're not working, then obviously you got to take each whenever bulb is not working and go ahead and turn it around. So once you got all 3 of those in, go ahead and just take the cover, put it on the 2 side first, like that, and just go ahead and pop it back on, and that's it. I'm going to go ahead and plug this back in. Go ahead and make sure all 3 are lit up. They are. Put the front back in first, and then make sure it clips up. Alright, so the rear one's located up here. This is just as simple as the trunk one. Just pops out. Once again, watch out because it's really hot because it's halogen. Just go ahead and pull that down.